What's up, everybody? I am Ringe.
And I am Genesis. And with the recent announcement of the curly mustache stuff, I figured we would just go over some teams that are very popular. And with Evo around the corner as well, you want to know as much about the characters. I've gotten a lot of people that said they want to see tutorials for various characters. I'm sure you have too. So the way we're going to do the best tutorial breakdown for characters is just to kind of run through the characters that we do first. So I'm going to run through my team right now and just give you guys a general tutorial on the 3 characters that I play and the goal of my team overall. So let's go ahead and jump into gameplay and we can kind of see. So the team that I play is Nova, Trish, and Amaterasu, if you guys have not ever seen me play, which is a pretty far-fetched team.
I know what that is.
Yeah, a lot of characters you think wouldn't work well together. I think Nova, Ami have been seen together, and Trish, Ami have seen together, but not really in this order. But let me go over Nova first. So Nova, in my opinion, is a pretty basic character. He's a very good character for starters to learn because his normals are so good and his movement is so easy to do. He's known for pretty much square dash heavy, is it a cross-up or not, and then that leads to big damage. He hits like a truck. So pretty much the only thing you want to know about him as far as normals is obviously on the ground, his slide. His slide, you see how far that goes. It's pretty ridiculous of a range for a slide, and it goes under a lot of stuff. And you can also hit confirm it from that far away too. Let me see, I'm kind of too far. You can hit confirm into sweep if you actually hit, and then you get a full combo, and they're probably gonna die. Also, his stand strong is really good because it takes him so far forward, and also has a lot of hits on it too. I mean, I think it'd be this far away. I'd probably still hit you with it. Well, I was way too far. Stuff like that, to still hit you with it. Also, like, his stand heavy is very good. The only thing about this move is on some characters when they're crouching for some reason, if you hit them and you don't stand them up and you do stand heavy, it'll actually whiff on them because he kind of roundhouse kicks you in the forehead type thing. And that's pretty much his ground normals in a nutshell. His stand light is really good too. It's a pretty good anti-air if you like jump real quick. Like I can dash up and like chain a bunch of them together if you don't block, just get hit. Like I can like literally sat there and like really beat a lot of normals out, but I mean, that's gonna scale your combos really hard. With Nova, I think you want to get the most damage you possibly can. So on the ground, those are pretty much his normals that are really good. His low light is not a true low. It is just a, and it's not even chainable. It's just a kind of a bad normal overall. It's good to start combos with, but I mean, it's not really great. His only true lows are this and his sweep as well. Which brings you to the next thing, which is pretty much his air mobility. His air mobility, he's a character that has very linear dashes, and they have momentum to them. As you can see, when he does dash, he kind of stops momentum and he has to gain momentum back, especially with his dash down back and his dash up, he kind of has to get a lot of momentum going. But that's kind of good because it also lets him fake a lot of things too, as you can see there. If you do like a dash back, it actually takes a second to start up. But if you get close to them and do a heavy immediately, he like kind of comes out really late. You can either make it come out late normal, or you can make it do it real quick and then it comes out like almost faster than it should, and it gives him backwards movement. But what he's mostly known for, like I said, is square dash heavy, and then that's pretty much his whole game. I mean, how do you think that game plan is? Like, I know you hate Nova, as a fact.
You know, with Nova, yeah, basically, he just wants to get in there with the air dash, the box dash, just completely control that neutral space that's just like directly in front of the person.
And it has a ridiculous amount of hit stun too. You want to jump up and just get hit by this. Also, I can time it. I can like almost literally dash. I've always pretty much dashed under people. You have enough time to dash under and hit confirm to switch sides if you want. If not, you have enough time to at least just hit them. And you can also dash back if you still want to keep them in the corner. Like jump up again, get hit. You can actually like,
oh my bad.
You can like just jump back and be like, oh, I want to keep them back in that corner. Oh, you was too far.
Yeah.
You can actually jump back in front of them and keep them in the corner if you need to, or just eyeball it. I think Lester kind of falls weird for some reason.
What I want you to talk about with this Nova Jump H stuff is the options he has on block. Or when the opponent blocks, because that's what, you know, so that's what we see a lot.
Yeah, this is where it gets tricky. Now, Nova is very good at moving in the air, forward and back, and his ground dashes are pretty amazing too, as you can see. Like his forward dash covers a lot of range, and it's really quick. So the biggest thing he wants you to do is push block.
Yeah.
Because you are going to get grabbed, and his grabs are amazing as well. If you guys do not know, I'm sure you do. That his square dash heavy also is an opposite like grab. So if you jump in the air and I don't actually hit you, I'll just grab you instead, like that. I didn't mean to hit him, I just went to grab him, and then I get a full combo off that. But if you push block, you're stuck in the air long enough for me to actually catch there. So if you wanna jump in the air and block this, just a regular block. You can see it's a regular block. You can let's hard time it. There we go. Wait, ready? So if I actually dash right there, it's a lot of what I do. It's a bad habit, but it's also a good habit too, kinda. If you square dash H and then you dash in immediately after, you cover your grounds if they push block. But if they don't push block, you're right on them again. So you can just go in for more mix-up and pressure. You want to keep jumping and blocking?
Yeah.
So let's see. It's kind of hard to do like not in a match. Okay, cool. So yeah, so you pretty much, if you're that close and I dash in again, I can actually just grab straight up, or he can grab me, so I can kind of just tech, or I can also dash under and get to the other side, which is pretty stupid because I'm just that close. You have enough time to dash forward pretty much after every square dash heavy and do something, but that dash under also is not safe. If he just lands on the ground, that's smash and grab, I can get grabbed.
Yeah.
But if you push block, that's where things start to get kind of juicy. And that's where you can, you have to get a little bit closer to the corner. I have to hit you like the right form. It's not really free to do, that's the only thing. Mid-screen you can do it, just really hard to dash that far. But in the corner, if you push block, you're gonna get grabbed pretty much almost immediately as a guard break.
You can tech that throw though.
Yeah, you can tech the throw. You can do it after you want. So like, yeah, you can tech it, it's just really hard to, yeah, it's hard to tech because I'm just right there all of a sudden. Also too, you can start messing with people. I mean, a lot of people, that is the thing they expect when they get push block. You're gonna push block, I think you're gonna jump up and grab, and then they'll either try to tech, or they'll keep mashing grab, or whatever. But where you can start messing with people then is if they're push blocking, and then you can just like try to grab after.
I know.
I get a 3 hit. So that's kind of another like slow mix-up I think people don't do with Nova. I mean, a lot of people do that with Nova, but a lot of people think it's just you just mashing away on heavy. But it's actually pretty calculated. Once you train people and get them the fear of God instilled in them that they're gonna get grabbed and go for a ride after they push block, then you just stop push blocking. And you can mess with them too. Oh, I know some people that normal doesn't work. But some people, a good thing to do after is dash in, push block, and slide. And it'll go under most normals, except Wesker apparently. It'll go under most normals and hit them on the way up. So then you can actually avoid what they're doing on the way down. And then also, you know, because a lot of characters like Virgil and stuff like that, you don't really want to mess with and try to hit them out of it after and throw out a light because he will helmbreaker you. Yeah. But if you slide, sometimes you can actually beat out. There you go, I can beat it out there. It's just kind of hard on Wesker. A lot of there you go. A lot of high priority normals you can avoid straight up. That's your best option to do after a throw. But I mean, that's definitely, I think, his best square dash, his square dash heavy game. It turns into just me putting pressure on, and then turns into me having all these option selects and going stuff. And that's obviously his best way to start damage too, and he can do straight into heavies if you want to do stuff like that for damage scaling.
And I would say that Novas mainly assume that you are going to push block the H. So, so they usually do negate they usually do like basically just built in that dash to what they're doing.
Yeah.
So like what you do for defensive wise is to not push block, and usually like they'll dash in, you can grab them if I actually can fuck.
Let me see, yeah, I'll just dash in like normal, and if you don't push block, and I go to start to do something, I can just get grabbed for free, which Wesker doesn't mean that much, but with a lot of characters
like Doom,
Doom, a lot of stuff can do that. So I have to watch what I'm doing too, and I have to respect and see your defensive options.
And then one of the other defensive is like a later push block.
Yeah, you can.
So like, see, he was kind of looking for it.
I know how to do it, yeah, so let me just do it normally.
Yeah. Oh, I did it, yeah. See, that was like
it kind of depends. You have to really time it, because sometimes you get that push block where you hit them and they slide backwards.
Yeah.
And if you push block really late, see, it depends. The good thing about that is you're gonna fall to the ground faster, and then I'll jump in the air and you know when to do it.
Yeah.
But if you do it really late, like try to do it like really late.
Okay.
All right, let me see. I'll try to hit you really late too. See, that was a little bit slow, but that's essentially what'll happen. If I think you're gonna grab and you're already low to the ground and you push block really late, I'm gonna jump up and try to grab you, and I'm just gonna whip this, and then you were just gonna pretty much wreck me because you can just start a full combo. Unless heavy hits you, because heavy's awesome. But that's pretty much.
That's what you're gonna see.
Yeah, you can't do it for free.
Yeah.
And then his down dash, lastly, in his air mobility. So this is really fast, and it's his prime way of opening people up. Now right there, I'm not really plinking, as you can see on the screen. I'm just down dashing straight over and over again. But if you do what's called plink dashing in the air, which I dash down with light medium, and then I plink into a light like that, you can kind of hear my fingers, and I'm kind of just like pianoing it. It's, as you can see, those are all overheads. So, I mean, you can keep doing those over and over. Oh, I'm hitting you, so it's gonna, you wanna block these?
Oh yeah.
Let me see. So I can just keep doing it over and over, and like, the good thing about that, you can dash too. So if they're like mid-screen, a lot of people try to push block you and stuff like that, and you can keep the pressures on. Even if they push block, you can keep dashing at them, or it can cross up too. So if you're mid-screen, you wanna come back out here more. If you're mid-screen, a lot of times if you do this and then dash over them, it can cross up. It's kind of hard to set up. Like honestly, when it happens, it usually happens on accident.
Well, sometimes it's usually on crouch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah. See, that was a cross up. That's so like I can actually get in front of you to try to apply pressure, and then if I really want to push you to the corner, I can just dash down again and dash to the other side. Actually hitting you, so it's getting all my hits done. But yeah, so that's pretty much his basic way of opening people up. But that is also kind of his downfall, in my opinion, too, because he really only has that to open you up as an overhead. If you generally just block high against Nova, it's actually pretty hard for him to open you up.
Yeah.
Because his only true lows are the slide and the low, which are, I mean, slide you can kind of see coming. If I just come in hot and just dash in towards you and I just slide, most players can just react to the slide and block low. But that's also in turn where the mix-up begins. You know, a lot of people block high against him and they think you're going to do multiple ones. A lot of the times you can just dash down and then do grab after, and if you want to like just whiff it, or like I did right there on accident, dash down then grab after. You can go for that overhead. You can go for the low, just straight up. If I think they're going to come up, a lot of the times what I do to people once they start blocking high is just dash down slide or dash down heavy, which is a little bit more risky, so I don't know how to do it without whiffing. And you can just go straight for slide and combo off that. So that's really his main way of opening people up, and it's pretty annoying too, because like I said, a lot of the times they will block the first two like overhead, and if they don't push block them, then they just keep, I come back with a third one and you're gonna get hit. Or if you push block too, like I said, and you dash, I can react to that myself and then see I'm right there again. Or I can, if you push block, I can just come in for a heavy and you try to push block again, and then I get the counter hit and you're gonna get hurt pretty much. So that's pretty much Nova's way of opening them up. And air mobility and ground mobility wise. And then his command overhead, which is forward heavy, is his only command normal. It's this, it causes a ground bounce, which is pretty much, I think it's bad because he has multiple moves that do ground bounce you, and you know, that's not the best one in the world, but you get a lot of a combo off it. Most people just go into like light, medium, heavy launch, but you can go into tons and tons of damage, others option-wise. I mean, and then when you start throwing in assists, you can kind of really see how good his mix-up game is if you want to try to block what I'm about to do.
Yeah,
Ringe might actually block this because he actually knows how to play me, but like, yeah, see, so like he knows I'm gonna go high, so I can go low, or you can even do fuzzy guards, where I can do like that. Like, it's a lot of stuff that's really tricky with him. His fly, unfly is really, really fast. As you can see, I'm pretty much just doing it like almost immediately. So that's what's really good about the fuzzy guard setup, is you can just kind of like, you know, you can go high, then unfly high over and over if you want to do that. Like to really mess with people. I hit him on the way down. So he has tons and tons of options, which I won't cover all right now. This is already dragging on a bit. But, and then pretty much, that's his way of opening people up. I mean, do you really want to cover special moves and stuff like that too?
No, I think that's the main thing you're going to basically see with Nova. I think that should give you a better idea when you watch Nova's play what they're trying to do.
We can do combo videos later on and stuff like that for you guys. This is just a quick tutorial on the basics of characters, and it's still going pretty long. So, also, best move in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Heavy Centurion Rush. If you guys do not know, let me just cover that move. That's my favorite move with Nova. All those other moves are good, but that's my favorite
Will
move.
it go through drones?
It should. So the thing about this move is it is projectile invincible and has a hit of armor. So go ahead and throw out drones.
I want to do this whole, I want to do the super.
No, it doesn't go through the super.
Okay,
That'd be stupid. Okay. It goes through the assist though, I think. So it'll actually, I guess because it sits there for a while. As you can see, it eats the first couple hits of drone, but the last hit will hit. If you do things like, gunshot, it'll eat gunshot. It's kind of hard to do because it's so quick.
Yeah, gunshot's not a good example.
Yeah, if you want to, I can show you a good example. Let's go to character select real quick, sorry. Just so you can see how much armor this does. It does have a hit of armor, so that doesn't matter what it is, as long as it has a hit of armor. So this is the best. This is the best one in my opinion. If you want to really do Nova justice as far as armor. Okay, so a lot of people like to do wake up bionic arm and stuff like that, and to get him out. You think he's going to be low on health, and they really want to get Spencer out. Now this does, mind you, you do take the damage, but do a wake up bionic arm for me after I knock you down. So I knock you down, blah, blah, blah. Okay, he really wants to get Spencer out at this point. I did it too.
I completely jumped out.
Okay, so then. Alright, and I don't care because I'm Nova, and I just go straight through it and bring him all the way up and get a full combo. So that's actually, I mean, you see I still take the damage, but it's good to throw stuff out. I think on your grapples too, a lot of people like to, a lot of people on block for some reason, I don't know why, if I'm hitting them with a block string, they like to do grapple or something like that, but that is also not a block string either. So try to hit a button after I do light, medium, heavy. Oh wait. There you go. He got hit. So I mean, that's not safe. Mind you, that is not safe at all. But you can make it safe with supers like Human Rocket if you do it on block. Let's see. If you do Human Rocket on block to do this, you can get back up and then down back on Human Rocket is safe. You can. I don't think you can punish me with that with Bionic Arm because the blocks then you're in. I'm pretty sure I land. Try to Bionic Arm after that. You don't get hit. Let's see. Just block everything. I'm pretty sure you cannot bionic arm me after this. Oh, we bionic arm maybe. But I know most stuff. Let's see. Try to punish it just raw then, because I'm bad at this game and I forgot you can't. Try to just punish it raw. Oh my god.
What do you mean?
Just like try to just dash up and hit me.
Oh, yeah, no.
I can actually hit you back. So stuff like that. I mean, so then there are one frame punishes. I've never actually tested that with bionic arms. So stuff that fast can punish it. Most people cannot punish it. So it's pretty much a normal thing. And then with my team, the thing that I get off, we'll reset this. The thing that I get off this on block, and I'll bring in my next character. Block for real? There you go. The thing I get with this team, and setup-wise, is this amazing unblockable right here with my whole team, and because it puts you in block stun, and that's kind of my thing. Yeah. But anyway, so we'll bring in the next character that is pretty much my favorite character that has ever been created in anything ever, which is Trish. This character is great. No one thinks so. I think so, though. What? What was that? Are you mad at my character? Anyway, so I think she is pretty much just a bad Magneto.
Okay.
With traps. I think her mobility is just as equivalent to Magneto is. Her ground game is pretty bad. Her dash, as you can see, pretty weak forward. Her back dash is like, it avoids a lot of stuff, but it doesn't go very far. You can see it kind of, if I'm clicking it that slow, it'll go far. But I mean, if I do it really fast, it doesn't really take her anywhere. Her air mobility though is ridiculous. Her dash down, you can see how fast I'm doing dash down stuff. She can do high-low game. In the air, her air mobility all over the place, see how fast she is. So I think she's really good. And she also has this beautiful move right here, which is down heavy or stiletto kick, which is a dive kick. That's probably her most notable normal because it is not an overhead, but it is a dive kick. And dive kicks are awesome. And it is also special cancelable. So as you can see on block there, I can make myself safe. Or if I want to stall time, I can slowly work my way down to the ground and just keep canceling my way down to the ground. And now I've already set up a plethora of traps right in front of him that he doesn't know we're there. And yeah, so ground normals for her that are really good. Her low light is chainable, and it is pretty fast. I don't know exact frame data on it, but it is really, really fast. So a lot of the times you can just check people with that if you want to. She has a slide as well, as Richard Wynn would call me a fraud, because I have slides with all of my teams. But yeah, this slide actually has some decent priority on it too, if you want to call it priority. And it goes under a lot of stuff too. Like I think it'll go under Doom Beam almost entirely if you do Doom Beam, and if you do Repel, I think I'm able to slide into that. Yeah, you can slide into Repel. So I mean, if he's probably not going to be doing Repel from this distance, but if he were to, I can actually slide under and punish him. And then her heavies are really good too. Her stand heavy is a very long reach normal and has a lot of priority as well. And new to Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3, they made it chainable with heavy to down heavy. So you can actually confirm more and get a full combo off it. Or from stand strong or stand medium, you can confirm into heavy, down heavy, just to give yourself some more time. You can't do it light, medium, heavy, down heavy for some reason. I don't know why. I guess I thought that would be broken or something. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so those are pretty much her notable ground normals. Yeah. Her stand medium is pretty good at the fact that it goes far, but it's slow and it has a surprising amount of like priority on it. But it's very select. You can see, I mean, you're kind of beating me out in some things, but it'll just keep you in that range. And it just, if anything, it's just to get you pressure and get you closer, but it's not really great. But her air normals are actually really good. Her air heavy is pretty much the same as her ground heavy. It's a big arcing swoop, and that goes really, really far. And it's also cancelable in the dive kick. So that is an overhead, but the dive kick is not. So you can cancel into overhead, or you can cancel in the dive kick and get a full combo off of it. Her air medium is okay. A new use I found for this recently is it is chainable. You can get double overheads on people. I don't think Spencer's tall enough. Do you want to bring in Wesker again? Wesker, if he's standing, you can actually get double overheads on people from the square dash like that. You can do double mediums, which I will go into in a second why this is so good with my team specifically, because fuzzy guards are so prominent with Trish. And then her air light. And her air light is just a regular old forward kick. It is chainable once again, but also once again we'll talk about why this move is so good. A lot of people play Trish like a keep away character. I like to play her more like a rushdown character because I feel she has such good mobility and such a good high-low game since all of her air overheads, obviously are overheads, and then her low is a true low. All of her lows are true lows. So why don't you go ahead and block on the ice and get stuck in the vortex that is
I'm
Trish.
used to this.
Okay, yeah. So once Trish is in this range and she has Ami, she can start doing a lot of scary things. Whether it's just regular high-low like that, or she can kind of go up and feint stuff, or she can do this, which is pretty much jump light into dive kick. Will pretty much combo on everyone in Ami Ice and will generally hit everyone that is crouching. I think if you crouch, it'll still hit you. You see right there, it's not comboing. It only combos an X Factor level 2 and above, and if it's a counter hit, I don't really know. Try to do like low medium or something. It's kind of hard to show counter hits in this game. You actually duck it if you do low medium. Oh, don't start doing that to me, man. Okay, so anyway, I'm teaching you how to beat this character as I'm learning this character. But yeah, so that really hits everyone. It is really prominent. As you can see there, I can, if it doesn't work out and I know it doesn't hit, you can do like light, heavy, and then just cancel on a trap and you keep the pressure going at least. But then, like I said, that thing leads into a lot of low pressure. So range knows I like to do this, so that's usually what most of the blocking looks like when I'm playing range. But then I can just start going like this and just checking him, which is going to scale hard, but I mean, it's just check. Or you can start doing a dash down light, or the regular overheads. This is where I'm saying the square dash medium gets really good. It's because you can do like, and they're already standing. Oh, I suck at this. I've just started doing this, so. And I can dash, yeah, hold on. So you can do overheads, and then go, as they're standing, then you can start doing the double overheads, or you can just go for a single. I mean, I think it's really good. What do you feel about blocking it? I mean, how do you feel about that pressure?
I mean, yeah, like you said before, Trish's high-low game is really good when you're blocked by a lockdown and stuff like that, especially in fuzzy guard, and that's just another thing that adds to a repertoire, and that's going to get people definitely that are still unfamiliar with the character, because you'll hit him overhead once, and you'll be like, okay, I gotta watch for the high-low. Then you mix in the double overhead, and you're working on that triple overhead. They'll start to crouch again.
Yeah, it's pretty scary once she actually does get hit. I mean, I try to mix it up as best I can with the high-low, and she doesn't do a lot of damage, is her thing, but she is a beast at just resetting you and putting you back in that situation. And a lot of that is just because of her traps. As you can see, like, I'll just knock you down, and a lot of the times if I know it's not going to kill you, I can just back up, trap, and then use my enormous range to kind of block you back into the corner. And then look, you move forward, you're going to get caught into a trap. Most of the time, I'll just do it back into Ami, and then the cycle repeats itself again. And pretty much, I mean, that's her game plan in a nutshell, is that. Another big thing I use with her, because I don't really use a lot of her special moves because they're all pretty bad. I mean, her low voltage gets bigger as it goes, but it's really slow. Her ground trap is very good for stalling for time and comboing, but it beats a lot of characters like Wolverine and stuff like that. I use her a lot against the Wolverine because they can't cross that at all. But pretty much her biggest normal is her trap, is her peekaboo, in my opinion. Because it traps you in the air and you get a full combo off it. If I can show you guys the jump loop that I do off it. Do that. And we go super, and that's pretty decent damage for Trish. I mean, it's probably what, like 650 or something like that. That's pretty good damage off a random trap.
Now, knock me down and go to a setup again real quick, like what you would normally do off the knockdown when you know how to.
Oh, okay, yeah. So good trap. I'll show you guys my B&B for Trish. It's better than everyone else's. It does the most damage.
So like, yeah. So as you guys can see right there is that like when you play a team or a character that's not gonna kill off the opponent and you don't really want to snap back or spin the meter or something like that, you need to have something like that where every section of the corner is covered.
Yeah.
Where they can't get out from the next situation that you put them in.
Yeah, like you see there, I mean, as I knock him down, I pretty much dash back, ground trap, I read it, dash back, ground trap, and then slide, air trap. And if you look at it, he's pretty much caged. I'll slide and then call Ami, and he's pretty much caged in. So if anything, if he jumped, like as he jumped right there into the trap, it holds you in the air for a sec if you want to block low, and then just like jump back to get out of it. You're gonna bounce off that and then still get it. And she doesn't get any air throw damage, but once again, it's just one more knockdown for her to have. So, and then if you do try to get out and you just get hit, then you're gonna get a full combo out of it. So as you can see, I mean, she's really good at locking you into the corner. A lot of people, I think, use her keep away to wall you out from her. And what I'm trying to do is wall you in. And it's kind of using the same thing but backwards. I pretty much want to get you into this corner and you're not going to move because I can put a trap here. If you're a character I know has really good air mobility, I will knock you down and then dash up, put one up here. So even as I'm just doing my magic down here, that trap up there is still lurking. So if you try to jump out and go forward, it'll actually catch you and then I can just bring you back down all the way from up there. Yep. She's also a tack monster. Her tack combos are pretty ridiculous. I'm not going to show them all right now, I can show them in a separate video, but she can tack infinite off every direction, anywhere on the screen. Mid-screen's pretty hard, but on the corner, they're all pretty easy. I think I made everyone scared of down tack against her because it usually does kill a character. And she builds a lot of meter too, so that is one good utility that she brings to the team overall. Her ground super is pretty safe on block if they don't punish it right. If you try to dash forward and punish me, I can just launch, or you can just, a lot of times what I do is just ground trap. I even on block, and then I'll just slide into them with Ami, and once again, then you're just back in the corner and I get to start my game. And then her utility of her round harvest super is just so monstrous, or whatever that word is.
Yeah.
It's that crazy, I don't even know how to say it. That it just brings that much utility to the team. You can get a hard tag back in, and you can't push block Nova if you do block that. If you do it with Trish, obviously you can push block it because she is still on screen, so I don't really get anything off of it. But if I do it and I hard tag in Nova, he can't push block me, and then I get to start up my pressure again for free. And we were just talking about how good Nova's was. Also on my team, I get the unblockable with Amaterasu and Nova. When you call Nova, you just go low, high, and it's a free hit. It doesn't kill a lot of people, but it will open me up for that tag or attack reset with Amaterasu, which is also really good. And that's pretty much it, I think, as far as Trish in a nutshell. Like I said, I can always make more detailed stuff later. But in a nutshell, that's pretty much Trish. One more thing to cover about the peekaboo, just kind of straight off from it. A lot of people aren't scared of her grabs, but a lot of the time you can set up, like I can grab him there, and I don't do that a lot, but it kind of goes back into the same thing that Nova does too. Once he gets scared of the grab, I can just start doing traps, and I'll get a full combo. So if say, try to like grab tech after I reset you for the trap. I can just trap you again, and then you almost want, you want them to get scared of grabs just for the fact that they'll try to tech, and then you just fake it. Another good thing to do too, is if you're gonna tech them in the air, slide, like I did with Nova a lot, like slide, and then trap works actually really well in the air. If they're trying to come at you, like Spencer's trying to come at you with like a zip or something like that, you can just slide under zip and then set it right in front of him, like try to zip at me. Well, you're gonna hit, but no, I just mean like, you can do that zip too, I guess, but I meant like an air zip, like Spencer's just trying to get in. So you can slide and get back to the other side, and just kind of do that. Like a lot of her avoidance that I do is sliding under stuff and then just putting a trap there to cover my ass. And then he can, the hit stun gets taken away when you get hit by the trap and you don't actually get caught in it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Trish. I mean, that's everything you guys need to cover. And then we'll probably end up covering these in like 3 different videos if you want. All right, so then we'll go thirdly into Amaterasu. Now, most of the time when I use Amaterasu, she's an X Factor, to be honest. But by herself, she's still a very solid character. She obviously has her counters that are really good. If you want to go ahead, that's the high overhead counter. So it hits anything that's a mid or a high. You get a full combo off that in the corner. She has her low counter and her projectile counter. Specifically, I'll just cover X Factor on me right now because that's kind of what I am known for as far as this team. In X Factor level 3, she is pretty ridiculous. Yeah, let me see. 3? Yeah. She gets this infinite, which is just her forward heavy, as you guys have seen pretty much every Ami player do over and over. I was talking, so I can't do it. And off that, if she kills a character, I'm going to set you to death so you can see the mix-ups, a lot of the mix-ups she has in the way. And she's a character that wants you to push block once again. Dummy?
Dummy, and then off.
Off, okay. So we'll put you at like 52, so let's see. So you set up paper, and then this is a cross-up or not. That was a cross-up. She gets
I actually blocked regular.
You blocked regular?
Yeah.
Oh, so see, that's what's even worse. I don't even know how it's going to hit, so how are you going to know how it's going to hit? So let's see. She has that one, and she has the dive, which is a good push block bait. They push block, or you get the high-low from there. I mean, it's on Sentinel especially. But yeah, if you want to push block that on the way in, a little late, but whatever. Oh, well, see, you can push block or you can fall. There's like, half the time, honestly, I don't even know what's gonna happen. I kind of just play by ear on what happens. So you push block the dive though, and you're not in the air because you're Sentinel and you're huge. Just push block the dive raw. Let's see. Come in the air and push block the dive. I can't do it. It's more of a slow thing, you see. The dash forward grab for pretty much free. And yeah, then you just go back into this again. Just keep looping that combo over and over again. Also, mid-screen was really good to do on a kill with Ami. That I do is her medium dash upwards. So you put the paper there just to kind of time it. Medium dash upwards, and then you light, and you get a cross up because it like carves it forward for you. Or if they do get hit by the light and they push block it, then they get grabbed once again. So she's all about mix-ups in the way in. You can also dash under right there. If you get hit on the way in. Just get hit by the charge raw. Okay. So let's see. I'm bad, so let's see. Just coming to get hit. We're too late. Tied. Let's see. Yeah. So if they get hit by that, you can actually dash forward heavy, and then let me just see if you can just get hit, like just jump in the air and get hit by this. Oh, that's being slow. I'm dumb. It's gonna be a hard time. Yeah, it's gonna be a hard time slow. But anyway, if they do get hit by that in midair, you can also weapon change, dash forward, heavy S, and you actually do get a full combo back into the sword loop. So those are some of the setups I have in sword loop. And then also, she can do the Ricky Ortiz trick as well too. So if you want to go ahead and crouch, you can actually open people up with, you know, because all of her lows are true lows too, so they're expecting you to go low or expecting you to stay there. You can do jump light, X Factor heavy, and it is pretty much the Ricky, as people call it, with Wolverine, to open you up that way, and then you put them right back into this mix-up, and then they get stuff back and forth. So I mean, I'll pretty much just cover X Factor on me right now, because I think that's the most prominent position she's usually on in my team. But you know, there's a lot of other stuff out there that we can cover another time. But yeah, in a nutshell, that's pretty much my team and the basic gist of my team. So if you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Like I said, we will probably start doing a series of tutorials for teams and characters. If you guys want to see that and check those out later, we'll do more stuff now. This is just a quick rundown over our personal teams. And I believe next we'll probably have something on your team or something like that. So
yeah, and these aren't really like character tutorials.
Yeah, no. I didn't go near in depth enough.
These are more just giving you guys what the idea is behind what you see.
Yeah.
Like when you see the matches and stuff like that, is what we're thinking and what the goal of certain characters are and what their main game plan is.
We're pretty much want you guys to see us play somewhere and go, oh, that's the Nova thing he was talking about. Yeah. Oh, that's Trish thing he was talking about. So we're doing a really brief rundown. If I could, I would sit here for 3 hours and give you guys a Trish tutorial, which we will be able to do sometime or another, but not right now. So anyway, we thank you guys for watching this video, and we'll be right back probably with another video. See you later.